My name is Brain of Terror and I'm an NSO with Dublin Roller Derby. In this video I'm going to show you how to fill out the lost, lead, call and inj columns. So let's say we are going into jam 6 and 9-5 is our jammer. They get out of the pack and the referee does the 2 short whistles and makes the lead signal. So we put an X in the lead column, not a / or anything else, it's an X. And they managed to rack up a pile of points. And they then tap their hips to call the jam. But they're still in the engagement zone, so there's no 0. So then that's 15 in total, which brings us up to 40 points. So the lead column is when the jammer gets lead, and the call is when the jammer calls it off. Now, just a small note, in the event that the jammer is not lead and manages to illegally call off the jam, you would also still in that case put the X in call. So that's all nice and simple. However, let's say we go into jam 7 and jam 2 is our jammer. They manage to get lead and they manage to get some points and then they get a penalty. Now, if you get a penalty or you remove your helmet cover, you lose lead. So they lose lead. So we put an X in the lost column. They serve their penalty, they come out, they manage to get another few more points. So now we are up to 8 for this jam and 8 and 48 total. So what happened here is 1-2, they got lead, they got a penalty and they lost lead. And the jam went on then for 2 minutes. So that's nice and simple. One thing to watch with penalties is that if a jammer is declared lead and then gets a penalty as a late call, the lead might be rescinded, in which case you'll need to rub it out. So do look out for that happening. So other things that can happen if we go in then to jam 8 and we are into 5-5-5 is our jammer. And white doesn't get lead, but 5-5-5, they remove their helmet cover or they get a penalty before the other side has a chance to actually get lead themselves. So this isn't just I have lead and I lost it. It's also lead hasn't been declared and I did something that meant that I can't get lead. So if 5-5-5 got a penalty before lead was declared, removed their helmet cover before lead was declared, or if they left the engagement zone and the jam ref did not issue them lead but instead had the arms crossing over signal, all of those would be a case of where you'll put down lost lead, because they either lost the lead that they had or they lost the opportunity to get lead before it was called for the other team. Let's say they managed to get a few points still. So that's 4 for the jam and 52 total. And then let's say go into jam 9 and we have a 3 as our jammer. So something that can happen, though it's reasonably rare, is they get lead and they immediately call the jam. So they're still inside the engagement zone. They have not completed their initial pass, so that means the no initial is done. And we get 0, and the game total is obviously 52 still. So what happens is they got lead, they called it when they were still inside the engagement zone, so they never got out of it, and no initial was done. So sometimes it can be difficult to tell whether a call was made before the 2 minutes was ended. Either because you forgot to look or because it's just really tight. Like the jammer just called it 2 seconds beforehand. So I'd like to show you a small trick. So you have the scoreboard operator is there and this is what they're looking at. So this is the very, very latest version of CRG. This isn't even released yet. And if you look here at this second timer called jam, you see it says 2:00 elapsed. This means that the last jam, according to the scoreboard, lasted 2 minutes. So in that case, well, you can be fairly sure the jam ended naturally rather than hitting the 2 minutes. If on the other hand, I start a jam and then I stop it because of a call off, I will see, all right, 3 seconds have elapsed. So in that case, well, it didn't hit the full 2 minutes, so it was called off either due to injury or because it was called off by the jammer. So the other case then is this INJ, this injury column. So let's say we're in jam 10, and 9-5 is our jammer. And they managed to get lead, and they managed to get some points, and then there is unfortunately an injury, and there's an XSplit down there. So the injury column is a little different from the rest. So all of these are about the jammer. The injury is about any skater in any position on either team. So it's just saying the jam was called off by an injury by someone, whereas the other columns are just about your jammer. And then that's 56. So you put down the X there for an injury has unfortunately occurred.